I'm going to explain in detail, calmly, about what happened last night on the road when working GrubHub. I feel they lied and played games with me and made it very exhausting to do a job. And I was very crazed last night because speaking with them, I was counting down either 6 or 7 times in a matter of 2.5 hours. They were exhausting, and I really do feel, after replaying everything in my mind, that the workers did it on purpose to be nasty, and I will get to that in a moment. I had 2 orders in town, and then I turned on Uber Eats, and then GrubHub rang me again. And I was doing okay, and I said yes at a 10:10 offer at 8:06, all local right here. Another local Taco Bell, 7:03, and then I did that 8:07, and I dropped it off in Wantor. It's a few towns away, but no traffic. I zipped right there. It was no hassle. South side. I live on the south side. It was close Wantor, not north far Wantor. You know your market, so you know where you're going. I pulled over to speak to the woman because I wanted to understand what she was saying. And she goes, well, can you help us out with this order? We have a Taco Bell order. We will add an additional $3. I'll send you the offer. Let me know if you want to take it. So I have the phone on still. I look at the order. I said $3 on top of $12.07. And I know I said that on that conversation. If you listen to the videotape, that's exactly what I say. And she goes, yes, on top of the $12.07. I said, so that's going to be $15.07? And she said, yes. It's not there. The $3 bonus is included in the $12.07. They had me go middle Wantor to the Taco Bell to drive it back to Baldwin. Now, if you're familiar with my area, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you say, okay, we'll pay you this, go to Baldwin, drop it off in Baldwin? That's the order that I sat there for 15 minutes. By the time I got on a chat, and they said, can you give me the order number? Well, the order number has like 30 characters in it, and it wouldn't let me highlight it, to copy it, to paste it. I said, never mind, I'll call. Because I was already there 5 minutes. I did all the procedure. I called. I texted. In the notes it said, please call. Please call. When you get here, don't ring bell. Please call. So then I got someone on the phone after I called and texted and chatted for a moment. And that added at least another 5 minutes. And the person wasn't home. Okay. They said, can you please wait another 5 minutes? And that's when I went live the first time. I said, okay, sure. By the time I said goodbye, I gave them 5 for helping me. And then I played with YouTube. It was at a minimum of at least 3 minutes. Went down the road. This house was locked up. This person was sleeping. There was nobody around. The neighbors heard me. They came outside to see what I was doing, because I was parked at the end of the driveway. So then they call me while I'm leaving. We're going to offer you another bonus. Can you please go to Burger King in Seaford? Now, I'm in Baldwin. If you're familiar, that's a hike. We'll give you an extra $3. The payout was supposed to be $13.06. It was supposed to be $16.06. Pick it up in Seaford, drop it off in Massapequa. No traffic. I mean, nobody was on the road. I was more than happy to do it because even though it was a little far, there was nobody on the road. I'll go up and down Sunrise and Merrick Road. It's much easier than going to a place that you're not familiar with and way out there. I get there, and I notice, God, this was supposed to be delivered over an hour ago. Let me call up GrubHub and ask if they still want me to do this order, because I don't want to look like an idiot anymore. And I was already out there. I turned on Uber Eats, and they'll just start ringing. It was still early at that time. It was 9:55. That's on the early side here. And if nobody's on the road delivering, they need you. So they call and they said, yes, the person still wants the food. So I say, okay. So I pull up to the kid. Now, I have them on the phone. and I'm speaking in the speaker. And now the guy on the phone's giving me an attitude. I said, can you hold on one moment, please? I'm at the speaker. Yes, for this person, yes. We don't have that order. We don't have a GrubHub order. So I tell the guy on the phone, they don't have a GrubHub order. And he was like, okay, I'll resend it. I'll resend it to the Burger King. They don't do it. I get around to the window. Another 5-10 minutes at least 5 minutes talking to staff. I give them my phone. I call up GrubHub again. Now they give me an attitude. And I said, ma'am, this is what's going on. They don't have the order. They won't make the order because they're telling me, the staff, and they were just doing their job. They weren't mean at me at all. They're like, this customer's not getting charged. It's not charging on our end. We're not making the food. You know, and they were right. There was a manager in there. She was 100% right. I said, okay, I'll pull over. Because I had a couple of people online. No problem. And they even brought out the food to me when all's said and done. GrubHub called the customer. She got back on the phone and said, please continue with that order. I said, okay. So on the way there, that's when they rang me with a Taco Bell order in Rockville Center. And I looked and I said, well, I'm going home anyway. That's a lot closer to my home. Sure, $13 payout. Now it's, you know, a little after 10. It's like 10:15. Nobody's on the road. It's desolate right now, that end of summer. Very quiet in the evening. I take it, and proudly take it. I'm driving. I pull up to the woman that waited an hour and a half for her food, that she told GrubHub that I still want my food, and they're calling me up. So I pick up and I go, hello? Like, what's the problem? And he was like, hello, this is GrubHub, whatever. Where's Alida's food, whatever the name was, A-L-I-D-A. And I went, oh, that was like an hour ago. That was in Baldwin. The person wasn't home. You didn't deliver the food? I was like, no, I did. I was there. And now I went, probably 40 minutes ago, or whatever I said to him. But it was the order before this one that I was at the Burger King at least 15 minutes because we were trying to figure everything out. This is how confusing it got. So then when he started babbling and I couldn't understand, I said, I just pulled up. And the woman is in her window. There was like a big foyer with all these little windows on a walker, beautiful, lit, or up, pretty. She's waiting for her Burger King. And she sees me pull up, and I said, I gotta go. And I hung up. I even left my car running and phone on in the car, and I never do that, not like that far away. And it was, I felt safe. I did it. I walk up to the door. I go, here you go, ma'am. I even walked into the foyer, which and again, rarely do. But it was so obvious. Everything was okay. And I said, you have a good evening. She said, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. They called me. I still want my order. And I understood. So then I get back to the car. She had a big shake, a couple burgers. I get back to the car. The phone's ringing. And I tap it because it's on the holder. And I go, hello. They're like, hello, blah, blah, blah. Where is, I think the name was Alexandra. Alexandra H. wants to know where her food is. Now, I didn't understand him at first. I was like, what are you talking about? That order was an hour ago. And then I replayed it in my head. I said, he was asking about that order I just took right before I pulled up to drop off that Burger King order. The woman is already asking, I think they were angry at me for questioning why, when I got to Burger King, I said, do you still want me to deliver this order? It's over an hour. I just happened to see the time. You know, it was already 11 o'clock. It was supposed to be delivered at 9:55. And the guy got nasty with me, and that's when I rejected it, and then they gave me removed with penalty. Okay. You know, and then I did an Uber and I went live, and I was so frazzled and boggled by all the phone calls, the constant game playing. But what upset me the most, I pulled over for that first bonus offer, and I said, so it's going to be $15.07? And she said, yes. It's $12.07. They don't have people out there to do. Now, if people aren't taking these orders, I read the comments, and thank you for your feedback. That makes a lot of sense. people just not following through with orders, and they're on blocks. Things happen. People probably don't take orders. Well, if they're not taking them, why would you penalize someone who's willing to work and lie to them and give them, I mean, you told me you're going to give me 1507. Well, for 1507, that was worth it. Very dishonest. And I have no reason to sit here and say, GrubHub lied to me. What am I going to benefit from that? Nothing. Share my experience with you. Be very careful. And now, I was up early today. I'm already ready for my day. I already did work online. It's time to buckle down. But I'm going to do Uber. I'm going to focus on Uber, do those couple of merchandising jobs. And I am going to turn on GrubHub. But I'm only going to take a very local. You know what I'm going to do? When I do finally accept an offer, it's $8 on the other side of town or one town away, or $9 or $10. I'm going to shut off the task so they don't keep bothering me. I'll do one. I'll turn Uber on when I'm almost at the drop-off. See if Uber rings me first, and then turn on GrubHub. If not, and be picky. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll accept an offer, and I'm going to take the time to go to tasks and shut off my availability, because that's when things became confusing. They kept calling me. I was driving. I was on the parkway. I had to pull over. I didn't understand what they were saying to me, and I didn't. I only understood if I stopped and focused, not driving 60 miles an hour. The other one, I pulled over into a parking lot. I said, okay, so you're telling me I will receive $3 on top of the $12.07? And she said yes. I pulled over into a 7-Eleven parking lot. So I was very focused on what the woman was saying to me. And I understood her. So that's that. Thanks for listening. I feel I was all chaotic and crazed. But you know, food delivery drivers, they understand where I'm coming from. You're driving, you're multitasking, it was a little rainy, you have to be careful. They're calling you up, they're asking you questions, they're making deals with you on the phone, and you're on the parkway. And they act like, well, why can't you just say yes? So that's how I'm going to play the game. Maybe take a couple high payouts, local drop-off, shut off the task. No more, and do more Uber, and just squeeze in a couple of high fare payouts in this area. That's that. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys around. I'll let you know how it works out. Bye, guys. See ya.